Time now for Sid 6-0. This is where I get 60 seconds to talk about anything. Start the clock, please. Here's what's on my mind this morning. You knew that when the Maple Leafs drew Tampa in the first round of the Stanley Cup playoffs, this was not going to be easy for the Buds. Players knew it. Fans knew it. Leafs head coach Sheldon Keefe knew it. In fact, the day before Game 1, it was obvious that Sheldon was ready for a fight.
I expect it to be a very physical, borderline violent series in a lot of ways, and our guys will be ready for that.
Well, that borderline violent series became super violent last night with a lion brawl with 10 minutes to go. I can't remember the last time I saw the Leafs do this. Leafs won the game 5-0, as you know. But there's an element of the fan base that I'm guessing puts more value into this moment than maybe anything else they saw yesterday. The Leafs, for the first time in a long while, were not pushed around in a playoff game, which is borderline amazing. Game 2 tomorrow night. Jeff Marek of the Jeff Marek Show on Sportsnet 590 The Fan and 32 Thoughts, the podcast, joining us. Jeffy, win aside here, what do you think was the most important moment for the Leafs last night?
Killing off the 5-minute penalty kill. Killing off that 5-minute penalty to Kyle Clifford. Clearly, that was what shifted momentum early. Like both teams came out pretty hard. When Kyle Clifford took that penalty, everybody said, uh-oh, this could be disaster here for the Maple Leafs, allowing the Tampa Bay Lightning back into the game. I'll tell you, I don't want to drill it down to one singular performance, but if I'm forced to, Mitch Marner's play on that 5-minute major and the way that Marner killed it off was simply outstanding. That was the command performance of the night last night. But if there was one thing last night, it was the Leafs penalty kill. I know we're going to focus a lot on Matthews got a couple of goals, Camp scored, that's great, Marner scored. To me, the special teams, the penalty kill was what did it for the Maple Leafs. And listen, if you have a penalty kill that is that good and that aggressive, you can play that much more aggressively 5-on-5, knowing that if someone goes into the box, you're going to be fine.
Jeff, the other aspect of you're right, there's a lot to kind of pull at last night. I have rarely seen a Leaf crowd post 93, like arguably, look like that, sound like that, lower bowl, no suits, not a lot, jersey. You know what I'm saying? Like that felt like a different type of crowd to me last night, and I think that could play a big part in this.
It did last night. Team clearly fed off the energy. It was almost like that was like a, I don't know what you call it, like a release valve. How about that? The way that the Toronto Maple Leafs handled the Tampa Bay Lightning and the way the crowd reacted, it was almost as if there was 82 games of tension. Because the one thing that happened last year at the end of the playoffs, the way they bowed out against the Montreal Canadiens, in a lot of ways, it didn't matter who did what for the Maple Leafs, how the team did, setting regular season records for points. None of it mattered. Because everything was all about, but can they do it in the playoffs? Hey, Matthews got 60 goals. Yeah, but can he do it in the playoffs? Mitch Marner had a career season. Yeah, but can he do it in the playoffs? And there was always that hand-wringing all season long about it. And yesterday dispelled all of it. Last night was that release valve for fans who I think, at least for one night, and again, this is still going to be a long series, for one night said, okay, we think the Maple Leafs will be fine in the playoffs now, because that was the big question all season long. That was 82 games of built-up pressure finally getting released.
I mean, the whole team, but specifically Matthews and Marner, waited 336 days off the Habs series last year to get to this moment. Like the fan base, everyone, the regular season was nice, 60 goals for Matthews, great, a lot of fun. But it was all about last night. 30 seconds, Jeff, what happened last night to Tampa that you fully expect not to take place tomorrow night?
I don't think Vasilevsky's going to play that poorly again. He's always a clutch playoff performer. I don't think you can afford, I know I keep going on about the penalty kill for the Maple Leafs. You cannot afford to let Tampa go on the power play as often as the Toronto Maple Leafs did. So I know there's a lot of candy in the penalty box, as we like to say, a lot of guys in there. If you're the Maple Leafs, you don't want that to happen again.
100% Game 2 tomorrow night live on CBC and Sportsnet. The one and only Jeff Marek. Jeff, this got interesting quick. Appreciate you, man.